Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Crimi-Trent. It's Mini Monday Madness and we are painting the peonies, whatever you want to call it. Painting an open one and a closed one. I just want a little disclaimer in the video. I forgot to add these little ones in the end, but you know, basically you can just add those in the end. Just little two on the side. But the rest of it is very easy to follow along. So let's get started. Okay, for supplies, we'll go over that. I have my 2 pieces of 3" by 3" Arches 100% cotton cold pressed paper. Ta-da! Jar of water. Paper towel, as you see right here. My paints. I've mixed up medium red with rose, so it's like this nice, like pinkish color that's not too bright and not too red. I have some yellow here and some greens that I mix with brown. I have my medium green here. I mix it with a little burnt umber. I'll be using mostly my Grumbacher number 10 golden edge brush round. It has a nice little tip, but it's mostly round here because we want to work in round strokes for this peony. Okay, let's get started. So I get some water on my brush, as you can hear. Clink, 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 clink. People ask, why do you have it in a glass jar? Because I can see the color if it's getting too dark. You know, I need to change it. Plastic, I'm not going to pay attention to. So I've mixed this up already. So like I said, it's a mixture of this red. These are already wet, so I can do this. Rose. Pretty color. I'm going to get it fairly loose. And the strokes for a peony is a lot different than a rose. Obviously, rose are going outward. Peonies are kind of like, it's like that ball flower that all those petals curve inward. There's so many of them. So let's just get started. So what I kind of do, it's kind of like a wishy-washy moving stroke kind of situation. Let me zoom in a little bit. And I'll take the first stroke like this. Just put it down. And I'll add another little stroke next to it. So it's kind of like a bally V. I'll do another one again here and here. Add a little touch there. So this is constant, like these petals kind of coming into the flower. Up here, I'll do this like squiggle. See me squiggling the brush. Don't fill in this part. I'm leaving a space in between this one and the next squiggle. See that? And add a little dot over here, kind of like just a little touch there. And add another petal. You can get that one a little dark if you wanted. Out here. And then we're going to put some down here. One down there. One over here. See that? It's pretty simple. And that's going to soak up a little bit. We can add another little line here. We'll add the yellow part. It's going to basically play around with this petal out here. I want to add another one here. Because it's supposed to look like a bunch of layers of petals. That's why I leave the white space. I mean, if I was going to do it realistically, you'd be building up the color tones one-on-one, like, and then showing like these petals. But we're making a loose one, so we're not going to do that. I'll clean my brush. I'm going to add the greens. Now I'm taking my crappy brush, which I tell you about all the time. I'll take some Hooker's green. The leaves of peonies are very dark. They're not bright and light. If you've seen them, they're like this super dark green. So I'm mixing some Hooker's green with a little indigo. It's like a bluish green. Got some more of that Hooker's green. Indigo. So it's like that deep green. I think I told you in one of my videos that I grow peonies, but mine don't smell. It's so frustrating for me. All right, so we get this on our brush now. I'm just going to put a little line down here. Don't want to touch it in there. And put a little leaf like that. They have these big waxy leaves, so if you want to add one of those, just a nice leaf here. Leave a little halo. But it should be fairly dark because their leaves are very dark. It did bleed a little bit there, so I'll clean up my brush. I don't want it to bleed, so I'm going to swipe it like a mop. That's how you clean it off your mistakes. And go back in and add the color. This is drying, so you could try and do the double up and adding more petals. Still a little wet. Like I said, you can just another color here. If these were even lighter, you add another color, because these things get really bright or really dark. In the middle, of course, I'll just take a little teeny bit of burnt umber, going like this. I'm sorry, this is raw umber. It's in the umber family. And add this yellow. I have this mixture of medium yellow here. Just going in and adding that in the middle, like that. I will add some actual burnt umber here. Just dotting it really lightly. See that? This pink is still wet. Let me see if I can try and do one of those concentrated, deeper petals. So here I mixed up the color. It's a little darker, a little more concentrated, not as loose as the first round. I'll dab it on my paper towel. See? And I'll put another. Yeah, it's still a little wet. Still a little wet. I'm trying to go back in and add this layer of color to make it feel like more leaves are there. See that? I'm just hitting the edges. And here. That's cute, right? Looks like a peony. And it's a little mini, which is really pretty. When you practice small, this is great. So you can do a bunch of these small ones, and then you take these and make into a nice big wreath later on. So let's move on to the closed up one. So for this, we're just going to take this color, water it down again, very lightly. And we're going to put in the light closed up petals. Now, I have drawn in a shape. I'm sorry, I didn't show you this, but basically the green part would be like this big, huge U with the V, 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 like a tulip, almost. That's the green part. I can show you at the end. And we're just going to fill in, leaving a little white space where the other petals would touch. Because remember, there's like a whole bunch of folding in petals for the peonies. This is the closed one. Like so. Clean off my brush. Let's grab this green color that we mixed before. Careful not to hit the pink just yet. We'll do the bottom stem. Oh, I got a little too light. So I'll add more concentrated color. Mixing it up. Just simple. And so now I'll show you what I mean by the U shape. So it's a U, like a tulip, line down. See that? Overlapping. Clear off your brush. These kind of overlap with each other also, just like the peony's petals. So what I'm going to do is lift up some of this color. And this dries. I go in here on the side and show that it's overlapping. That color. They're overlapping each other also. Clean up your brush, and you can go in here and add some of the slightly deeper tones of the pink. More concentrated, like I showed you before. Remember, there's a whole bunch of petals in there. And you can kind of get a little darker. The first ones. I'm just trying to make it so it seems like there's a bunch of petals in there. This is still fairly wet, but you can go in and grab some more concentrated green. It's very dark. Try and hit the edge like this. So it looks like that one in the front is overlapping. Get it a little wetter and try and push this color out a little bit. See that? So you're showing this shadow. You can even outline that one if you wanted to. And then down the bottom. I'll take the same color and kind of flush it in down here too. I'm just trying to give the illusion that they're on top of each other. And the stem, make it a little darker. So it's still a little wet in here. I'm going to be careful with that one. I wet my brush and just wash in this color a little more. If you don't like the way that looks, it looks like, it's not a pretty color. You can go back in. See that bright green I put in there, right there? Get that fairly wet. Dab it on your paper towel. Just wash it in a little bit. Brighten it up. See, it's a little brighter now. If you didn't think that that color was pretty, it was too muddled, we're just going to wash in the brighter one on top of it. Now it's looking prettier. Now here's that other one. Clean my brush. You can go in and grab that deeper red. See, I mixed the red with the rose. Dab my paper towel. And you can go in. See, now it's really looking like peonies, because you're adding more of those colored layer flowers we talked about. Play around with this. I mean, I'm going to tell you, this is one of those flowers that's like my nemesis. Even painting it. Takes practice, takes a while. So don't get frustrated. If you're right out of the gate, you're like, it looks like a rose and not a peonies. Believe me, we've all been there. It's tricky to make things look like there's many petals inside one flower. So again, I'm adding that deeper color in here. Give the illusion of many petals. Yeah, the two. this looks kind of boring to you, you can add like another flower or stem. I mean, it's just to give you an idea. Excuse me. God, my voice is terrible today. Yeah, it does look a little closed in, not fun, doesn't it? So I'm going to go in and add just a little, maybe just like another little leaf over here. Get some of that concentrated tones. Just seems a little better to me. I don't know, it's making me feel like that it was just very bleh, boring. Or you can add in like another stem. Maybe that would change it. But this is just to show you how to paint it closed and open. And again, like maybe here, now that it's dry, you can go back in and grab some burnt umber and hit it in that dark tone area. So you really see the difference. It really looks like a peony. Oops, excuse me. Hello. I mean, two of these would look better than this closed one, but I want to show you how to paint a closed one in case you want to put that in your repertoire. And actually, you could even add another. See, this looks more like a rose. You can add another layer if you wanted to. Petal on the top of that one. You know, change it up. But there you go. So today's Mini Monday Madness, the peony, demystifying the peony in watercolor. Loosely, actually, not realistically. I mean, it's close enough, but you know what I'm saying. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for stopping by on this wonderful Monday, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.